everybody, it's MattHawes with the Happy Show, and I'm here today with another video of Hawes Draws. This is yet another one where I'm showcasing some of my older artwork, and just want to give you a brief video this time. So we'll start with the zombie, actually the mummy, playing guitar, and this is an element from another piece. Now I drew a drawing in 1987. This was a couple of years back, this drawing here. And the drawing, I wish I thought to load that one on here. But anyway, I drew a drawing of a rock band of the monsters and such. And then in, I think, I'm trying to think what year this is. Anyway, it was a couple of years ago. I decided to go ahead and do a updated version of the drawing, and that's what this is a part of. When I say a part of, is I actually drew the monsters separately and on different pieces, and then merged them together in Photoshop in a full piece. I just thought this time around I'd want to do that so I could also have their full bodies drawn. And sometimes depending on where other characters are, it might obscure like shoulder or something like that. So anyway, and there's Dracula is crouching down singing. Oh, so that's Dracula. There's the Frankenstein monster, kind of yellowish green skin. Went with the yellowish, I think, rather than full on green, because most people will color it green if some do flesh color or sort of flesh color. The novel, actually, even though he doesn't look anything like the novel version, really, the novel says the skin was yellow, so this is a yellowish green, I guess. Not that it matters. Just and then the wolf on drums. So there's the werewolf. Okay. Oh, there's 2023. So yeah, 2 years ago as of the time of this recording. Okay, so I took all those elements and put them together, and there's the band. And I used a similar red background for the original version that I drew in '87. And if you think '87 is a long time ago, yes, it was. I was still in high school when I drew the original picture. Anyway, we'll go to the next. And then this here is actually a mix of, basically a mashup of different drawings I drew through different time periods. Like the storm back here, for instance, that's a 1987 drawing. Speaking of 87, that's a 1987 drawing. Oh, and then a little bit of trivia. I colored it later, but the other trivia is there's SEX in her hair. Right there. SEX. A subliminal message. I was having fun with subliminals at that time. This Spider-Man was drawn early 2000s. Wolverine was drawn the late 90s, I think 98. Batman, I forget when the Batman was. I think late 90s, early 2000s. The Human Torch was drawn sometime about 2018, 2019. This is 2008. I remember that. The Thing and Mr. Fantastic here, they were drawn in the late 90s, I think. Or I'm trying to think if it was late 90s. Actually, no, earlier, I think, than the late 90s. I think this is like 91, because I remember now, it took me a minute, but I'm remembering that I drew this whenever I was working for Taco John's. So we're talking quite a bit. And that's 1989 Flash in the back. 1987 Doctor Strange. All of them were colored on computer many years later. The ones I'm saying were drawn forever ago. There was a Hulk that you would have seen if you looked at one of my other videos where I was talking about the Hulk and drawing him. That's the same drawing of the Hulk. I flipped the image so he's facing a different way. It looks like he's confronting Superman there. The Superman was 1999. I can tell you pretty much most of the years, which is kind of funny because I didn't think I would be able to off the top of my head. I think I think that Robin back there is like 95 or something. And then Colossus is a few I'm fuzzier on, but Colossus is like 2017, 2016. So basically, I just thought it'd be fun to take all these drawings because they weren't created to be one picture like this. And it might be obvious in some ways. Maybe that Spider-Man should have been flipped over, but it looks like he's looking over at Wolverine. Um, but that's why they're all kind of, I guess, the way I arrange this, Marvel versus DC, but they're going after the Superman there. Anyway, Just a little fun thing I just did, just merged all those characters together. And then this is a Spawn drawing, which is the first drawing of 1994. So it's down there at the bottom by my signature, 1-1, and that was 1994. It was, again, one of those that was colored many years later on a computer. And this is, of course, based off the Tom McFarlane comic book character. And I just had fun doing that. If I'm going to nitpick, I wasn't happy with the way his one bent knee looks, but overall, I was happy with the way the image came out, and I wanted to make the chains and the cape look all wild because that's how, of course, McFarlane usually does the character, has all the cape going really crazy and such. But that's it for this version or this segment of Hall's Draws. And if you want to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, that'd be great. If you don't, well, whatever. But anyway, I will have some more Hall's Draws and other videos in the future. I might even do an actual drawing video again at some point. But right now, I just want to showcase some of the older works like this. And that's all. Thanks. Yay!